This is Chris Kill with your Mfit core testing circuit. For this circuit, you're going to need a stopwatch or something to keep time with, and just some sort of a pad that you can perform your hold your elbows up on. All right. So for our first test, we have what is called our planking test. All right. And this is a test of just basic core stability. The point here is just to maintain a flat back as we come up into this plank position. All right. So I'm raising my legs off the ground. I'm keeping my back flat like a table. I'm keeping my abs tight. All right. Some compensations to look for here: arching of the back, rotating to one side or the other, shrugging the shoulders. All right. You should be feeling this in the stomach only versus the shoulders or or really anywhere else, or the low back certainly. All right. With this, I want you to keep your butt tight, your abs tight. All right. Hold for a period of 60 seconds. All right. When you start to compensate, I want you to stop and record the time to failure. Okay. So if it's 30 seconds until you start to arch your back or whatever it may be, then 30 seconds is your total. We're going to test at the beginning and the end of each cycle to improve upon that. All right. So we can keep track of that and record that in your workout chart. From here, we're moving into our side plank test. All right. With this, we're going to come onto the side here. I want you to get tall with your chest here. Stick your chest out. Grab the wrist, press down into the pad here. This will give you a bit of stability here. I want to avoid shrugging the shoulder. Everything is nice and straight. This test can either be performed with the legs straight, which is going to be a little bit harder. Notice I'm stacking one leg in front here. Or we could start with our starter progression with our knees bent. All right, so with knees bent, it would look like this. I'm just raising it up. Everything is straight. With the legs straight, we're just going to straighten it out. Everything is straight here. I'm just holding for a period of 60 seconds. Some compensations to look for here: shrugging down, rotating under, or feeling this really anywhere other than the side, the down oblique here. So in my shoulders, in my neck, really certainly in my low back as well. And once again, we want to record time to compensation. All right, so anywhere, the goal being hold this for 60 seconds. Our third test would be a straight leg sit-up. All right, so with this, I'm flexing my toes back towards me here. I'm pressing my back down to the ground, keeping my abs tight. What I'm trying to do is just sit straight up, keeping my legs on the floor here. So this should be a slow, controlled movement. Pause at the top and come back down. My toes are flexed back towards me. Some compensations to look for here would be the back arching or bouncing off the ground as you come up. All right, if you find that you're doing this consistently, I want you to shut it down. We're looking for the number of straight leg sit-ups you can perform with good form. All right, and then in 60 seconds. So once you start to compensate, once you start to bounce off the ground, that's it. Shut it down. We're not recording the amount of time necessarily. We're recording the number of reps. Okay, so if you can continue to do it throughout the 60 seconds, record the number of reps you're able to do. All right, now from here, our last test would be what is called a leg lowering test. All right, with this, what I want to do is press my hands into the ground, tighten my abs, start with my legs raised, lower as far as I can to the ground with my back pressed into the ground. You want to stop at the point where your back starts to arch and come back up. All right, with this, what I'm looking for is one, how far you can get down without your back arching, and two, how many reps you can perform with good form. All right, so once you start to feel this anywhere other than your stomach, you find that your back is arching prematurely before you get to your in range, wherever you determine that to be. That's where you shut that down. I'm looking for the number of proper reps we can perform in 60 seconds. All right, we just have one round of those things. Record that in your workout chart and move on to your next set of tests.